All right, hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Brian. Quick lesson today. I want to talk about three-string arpeggiated shapes. We're going to look at strings D, G, and B, these three strings right here. And we're going to look at a dominant seventh chord shape today. And let's just pick A. Everybody loves A. And a dominant seventh chord in A, we have an A, a C sharp, which is the third, an E, which is the fifth, and a G, which is the flatted seventh. All right, if you know your chord construction, you know that's how you build a dominant seventh chord: root, third, fifth, flatted seventh. So we have four notes. That means there's going to be four shapes along the neck until it repeats, and it looks something like this. If I go slow, we have shape 1, shape 2, shape 3, and shape 4. You can either play up here if your frets go high enough, or you could take down to here. Okay, so I'll use this kind of thing all over the place. One, you could use it as an extended run, just to do something like stuff like that. You can go backwards on it. And obviously you can use it directly over that dominant chord. So perfect for a blues setting if we're doing, something. Okay, so you can do an extended run like that up the neck, and if you're pretty good at sweep picking, you can get pretty fast at that. Okay, now you can use all your D shapes when you go up to the D. You can do the same idea here in D. Let's see. Same thing in E. Okay, so it's worth understanding, A, how to play those. If you break it down and you just look at your guitar neck, you can figure it out. We're looking for an A, a C sharp, an E, and a G. A, C sharp, E, G. If we move up to the next spot, we're going to start on the third. C sharp, E, G, A. So there we have third, fifth, flatted seventh, root. Move up again. Now we're starting on the fifth. E, G, A, and now we have our third all the way up here, our C sharp. If we go to the fourth box, we're starting on the flatted seventh now. Flatted seventh, root, third, fifth. Okay, so there's your theory behind it, why these notes are all the same notes. These are the same four notes over and over again, just in different shapes. Okay, and the three-string arpeggio is typically used in that sort of fashion with that sweep picking thing. But it doesn't have to be. You can get a ton of mileage out of this by just recognizing that each of those shapes that we just played, let's pick any of them. Let's pick the fourth one here. Here we have our G flatted seventh, our root, our A there, our third, C sharp there, second fret of the B string, and there's our fifth, there's our E on the B string. What you'll notice with any of these shapes is you're almost covering a full octave, right? Because you're starting on one tone of that dominant seventh arpeggio, and you're ending on the one that's going to be furthest away from your starting point, right? So here we're playing from G up to E. We're almost covering a full octave there, which means we have all kinds of money notes in between that shape. So memorizing the shape itself is cool for extended runs and sweep picking arpeggios, but understanding that within each of those shapes, you can basically find all of your notes, say in blues or mixolydian or pentatonic. So, if we look at just this box again, I'm looking here at what I would call box shape 4 of these dominant seventh arpeggios. Well, check it out. Right here, we're sitting right on top of what I would call the major pentatonic shape. Okay, now again, we're only looking at strings D, G, and B, so all that other stuff, sure, if you know your boxes and shapes, you can go there. But let's just stick inside these three strings, D, G, and B, for a second. So I could play my flatted seventh. I have my root. I could play my second, my flatted third, my third. That note's in the arpeggio. I could play a fourth, a sharp fourth, and a fifth. Okay, and what you'll see is all those in-between notes, they just sit so perfectly within the box itself, within the shape itself. All right, I can even get my sixth in there. I can go a note lower than our starting point. Okay, so all that stuff is living right there inside those four notes that make up the dominant seventh chord. Okay, so let me just put a little loop on here and see how this sounds. Okay, so ready? Okay, there's the fourth box. Let's go up to the first one. Here's box 2. Let's go up to box 3. That was an ugly bend. You can bend that into the fourth. All right, so there's a million ideas you can get out of that. But pro tip, understand the theory behind it. Find out where your root, your third, your fifth, and your flatted seventh are on each of those notes. And extra pro tip, if you figure out where your third and your flatted seventh are, you can also find arpeggiated minor seventh chords and major seventh chords just by moving around one or two notes. Okay, just give you a quick peek at how major seventh would sound. We're going to find our flatted seventh in each of those shapes, and we're going to just raise it. Okay, so we raise that up. Then we end up with all right, so we just move one shape, do the same thing. You find your third and you flat it, then you're going to have a minor seventh arpeggio. So guys, play around with that. I hope you like it. Hit me up. I am doing virtual lessons. If anyone is interested in taking lessons, I would appreciate it. And we'll catch you next time.